Hello there, good morning, it's Clarkson Commercials here again on a Saturday morning. This time round we have a 2007 on the 57 plate. It's a Ford Transit 300, it's the short wheelbase medium roof model, and a wee bit different in this van, lots and lots of factory options in this one that aren't standard issue on the basic van, and I'll just show you all those options as I go round, and hopefully you'll feel that you have got a better grasp of the van in question by the time I finish the video. First and foremost, what we have here underneath is the factory fitted fog lamps. That's not standard issue, that is an option that somebody has chosen. It's a one owner van, this one, travelled 72,000 miles with a full Ford service history that I'll show you in a second or so. Under that bonnet it's got the 2.2 turbo diesel with 110 brake horsepower output on it, so it's not the 85, it's got the bigger 110 power output option. And I'll try and keep it nice and close with the camera, show you all that I can, because this van really is a one-off in terms of condition and spec. It's obviously, it's one owner, as I say. Somebody has obviously carefully chosen a lot of nice options from the extras list when the van was new, and it's been very well looked after. The paperwork you see lying there is the service history and the MOT, and I'll show you that when I come round the other side. Right, into the back of the van, it's got the factory fitted bulkhead there, and as you see, it's still got a nice fresh white factory paintwork along the bottom, no dents or belts or scores or anything in the bulkhead. Very much sort of factory fresh in there. On the sides here, as opposed to the more common ply lining, it's got the polyurethane sheets on the side, which makes no difference. It still protects the van just as well, but it certainly gives it a nice clean fresh appearance. Now the wheel arches there, we have not painted them. That is factory fresh in there. There's no scratches on them at all. Very clean, and that in itself is a very good indicator in just how lightly this van has been used. It's got the what they call a Wiser-Deck non-slip floor in the back, and again that is a fairly costly option for what essentially is a piece of non-slip timber, but it's there nevertheless. The van was owned from new by a company called Glowworm. Glowworm are domestic central heating boiler manufacturers, and that is who the van was with from new. On the back here, it's got the 110 in the red. That denotes the power output. It's the 110 horsepower, and it's the Transit 300. Now you get the 260, 280 and the 300. They're all the same. That relates to the gross vehicle weight, and the difference between the 260, 280 and 300 is just spring ratings in the back axle. 300 means 3 tonne gross, 280 means 2.8 tonne gross, and 260 obviously 2.6 tonne gross. So there's not really much difference between the 260, 280 and 300, other than the higher the number, the slightly more weight that it takes. The bodywork is absolutely as fresh as you could ever wish for. There are no pimples, no dents, there are no scuffs, no stone chips at all. The paintwork is all original. There's no unsightly panel gaps. The panel gap and panel fit is perfect, showing that it's never had any accident damage, and it really is exceptional. Even down to the back panel here where the door catch is, no scratches at all. Very fresh indeed. Again, between that and the inner wheel arches, the fact that they're bare and unmarked again shows the van has been very well looked after. The back panel and the inner arches are the very two things that are going to get it if a van's hard worked at all. So just some nice storage up the top there above the cabin. It's still got the interior lights that are so often knocked off when in action, but they're still there and operational, and even down to the insides of the back doors, as perfect as you really could ever ask for. Right, let's close the doors and show you down the back doors, and what we've got there is a nice equal seam right the way down the back doors there. Again, no dings, dent at all. Another telltale trade sign that a Transit's had paintwork. If a Transit's had paintwork, you normally find those black mastic lines there, which are very much a factory finish. They've just been sprayed over. So again, if you see a Transit where those black lines have been sprayed over the top, it's a sure sign it's had paintwork, and you probably wouldn't really notice that unless you're in the trade, but I'll let you into that wee secret. It just shows more originality with the van. And from that shot there with the low sunlight, you can see just what a nice shine there is to the paintwork. Right, moving into the inside of the van, this is where all the goodies are. First and foremost, lovely, fresh, clean upholstery. No burns, no tears, no holes, no loose stitching at all, no inky marks or anything from a pen in the back pocket. Very much as it left the factory. Got the driver's armrest there, as you can see, and that's all intact. Right, I'll just climb up. Right, the van is fitted with air conditioning, which is operated via that push switch there. And over here, we've got electric windows here, we've got electric mirrors there. Across here, we've got the button for the heated front screen, great in the frosty mornings. We've got steering column mounted controls there, volume up, volume down, and change your station on the end there. And it's got other bits and bobs. Oh yes, oh, sorry guys, there's my phone, I'll just have to ignore that just now. What we have here is automatic headlamps. Automatic headlamps come on when it gets dark and goes off when it gets light, obviously. And on this module up here, we have got rain sensing wipers, which again, self-explanatory, come on when it senses moisture in the window. And every extra I've mentioned there is an option that's been ticked when the van was new. All those goodies and all those bits and bobs are not standard issue on the normal van, so there's easily, I don't know, £1,500 worth of extras. I know for a fact the air conditioning is, I think it's a £650 option alone, so somebody has very carefully spec'd the van. And in addition to all that, it's got a full Ford service history by a Ford dealer in Birkenhead, serviced at 14, 31, 47 and 63,000 miles, so as full a service history as you could ever wish for. And it's also got a printout here that ties in with the service book, and it tells you the associated service costs as well. £66, £125, £96 and £136, and that really is the holy grail of a used van. It's all there, it's all complete for all to see, not hiding anything at all. Logbook confirming that it's one owner, and it's registered on the 22nd of October 2007, and it's MOT'd until the 22nd of October 2012, so everything ties in beautifully. Right, travelled 72,875 miles, and again, even low down here, you'll see the panel work, the panel gap, everything is absolutely perfect. Sorry to ramble on about this one, people, but I just feel the van is certainly worthy of it. We have sold vans here for 32 years, so we are gurus when it comes to vans. We know vans inside out, and this one certainly is an absolute topper. Anyway, listen, I'll round up now. I'll stop rambling on, but I'll just summarise while I walk back round it again. This one is a 2007